There's nothing that magicians love more than head. We love getting inside of the spectators' heads as often as possible in a PG and consensual fashion. So today I'm going to show you guys a self-working way to get inside of the spectators' heads. We have a deck of cards that cost you entirely way too much, that you have mixed and shuffled by the very participant in which you are about to get inside of. So ultimately you tell them, oh, hey, you shuffle these cards up very fairly, sir, but I'll tell you what, I want you to go ahead and cut the deck to yourself. They cut it and look at this bottom card and memorize it as best you can. Just stare at it yourself and memorize it. As a matter of fact, so I don't know what card you're looking at. Go ahead and give the packet in your hand a little bit of a cut. So the spectator gives as many cuts as they want. Again, we're living in the current year. So if they want to call these packets cis white packets, then they're allowed to. So they cut the cis white packets as many times as they want. And ultimately you say, oh, that's great. So we could agree that there's no way that I could possibly know what card you picked from the arrangement of the cards here. But I'll tell you what. I'll try this. I'm going to turn away, and I want you to pick up the packet in your own hands, and I just want you to think of your card. Say it over and over in your head. Just try to send it to me. Man, this is harder than I thought. This is harder than, oh man, this is harder than my uncle. Oh boy. Okay. I want you to spread the cards in your hand, and the spectator does this, and you tell them to stare at their card. And they spread to their card and they stare at it. And you go, just, concentrate on that card. Oh, I'm getting a lot of interference here. Are you staring directly at your card? Because I feel like your eyes shifted slightly and you're thinking of a different card. You're thinking of like a black queen or something. Or I don't know, like a black court card. Could you stop looking at that card and look at your card? And the spectators, of course, agape at your observation here. And they say, yeah, that's crazy. I'll look at my card. And they look at their card. And you go, oh, just send it to me. Ace of clubs. Ace of clubs. And at that point, they spontaneously erupt in every fluid that is inside of their small bodies.
Gay transition, gay transition, gay transition, gay transition.
So this is a hot self-working, anytime, anywhere sort of one of these easy tricks that you could use to get inside of the spectator that involves the key card principle. Yes, I know I've done this many times before, but this one, you're actually going to reveal the key card as a potential of a distractor. So you're getting more inside of the spectator's head. You're not able only to reveal the card you're thinking of, but the card that is interrupting your ability to penetrate their heads and extract the playing card. So all you need to do is have the deck shuffled here, and then you peek at the top card. The way I like peeking at the top card here is by dribbling the cards just to myself. You just let the cards dribble and holding the top card just a little bit longer, and getting my peek that way. It's very easy. If I could do it like this, you notice that you get a little bit of a peek at the lower left corner here at that card as you let the cards fall. And that's where you get your little bit of a peek. You say, oh boy, you've really mixed up this deck. Get your peek and say, I'll tell you what, grab that deck, cut off as many cards as you want here. And they do that. And you tell them to look at the card that they cut to. In this case, it's going to be the 4 of hearts. But you don't know that. All you know is that the top card is a 7 of diamonds. So how do we get those cards together? Well, you tell them, oh, to make it more fair and so I can't peek at anything, go ahead and give those cards a cut in your hands. And you give them a cut in your hands. And if you have this half in your hand from which they cut to, you could cut like this and show them, because we all know that they need to be guided and shown what to do. Because if not, you tell them to cut the cards and they will stab you. Boy. So they cut the cards as many times as they want. And ultimately, you say, oh, well, let's see. Now that you've cut the cards, there's no way that I can know the card you picked. As a matter of fact, this is a very well spread and well shuffled deck. Of course, what am I doing in this? I'm taking this half back, I'm spreading it, and I'm looking for my key card. See, you see my key card here that's face down, represented by this card right here? Yeah. Oh man, you see where I'm going here. You guys are smart enough. Oh boy. See, the key card means that the card that is directly above the key card is going to be the card that they initially cut to. So that's what you're peeking at right here. You're peeking at the key card, of course, still remembering your key card, because you're going to reveal that in a bit as the card that's kind of in the way of them, their card. It'll make sense. So remember, you got the key card in mind, which is a 7 of diamonds, but you're getting your little peek at the card they actually picked under the guise of saying, oh boy, you've really spread this, you've really mixed this deck up hard. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Go ahead and hold on to that. I don't want to touch it. Of course, me saying I don't want to touch it after touching the cards is going to make them remember, oh man, I remember him telling me that he didn't touch the cards. See, you're psychologically implanting thoughts into spectators' minds that didn't actually take place, which is a dangerous skill to have. So here, the spectator holds on to this half, and you tell them to think of the card, but that you're having difficulty. So tell them to spread the cards in their hands, and they're going to do that, and to stare at their card. They're going to go ahead and stare at their card. But guess what? Your key card is directly above their card. So you tell them, oh, you know what? I'm getting a little bit of interference here. I think you're thinking of a different card. I think you're not staring at directly at your card. You're staring at like a 7, a red 7, right? And they're gonna go, what? Yes, I am. I'm staring at it. What? That's crazy. You tell them, stop staring at that card and look at your card. And they're gonna go, man, this guy's inside of my head. So they look at their card, and you go, 4 of hearts, of course, which is their card, revealing it to them. Not only being able to reveal the card that they thought of, but you're also revealing the card that is getting in the way of them completely thinking of the card that they cut to. Yeah, that's a hot one. That's definitely a really, really hot one that you could do for people of any color. Oh boy. What a great, wonderful world we live in, where we could perform for people of any color, weight, and or I'm gonna go figure out different ways to not offend people.
I see you again, when 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 I see